This is 5 on your side at 10.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Michelle Lee, and tonight we are in storm alert. While most of the severe threat is over, there are some warnings still in effect right now. Of course, it's been a very busy night, so let's get right over to meteorologist Jim Castillo. Hi, Jim.
Yeah, hi, Michelle. So look at this hail that was falling even around Crawford County and Steelville, and this is sent in to us by Mindy Richards. So look how big that is. We've had quarter to even golf ball sized hail, and that is Eisenhower on the silver dollar. Yeah, so that's amazing how big that hail really got. So what's going on now is finally we're starting to see that thunderstorm activity approaching the metro. So we'll be watching that lightning around even Washington, Missouri now, and New Melly, and then all the way up to Warrenton. But it's not severe, but definitely some lightning, thunder, and heavy downpours. Then you get to Truxton. They've had 2 to 4 inches of rainfall. Flash flood warnings continue in those areas, even up toward southern Pike County until just after midnight tonight. So still watching this area of rainfall that's been really heavy west of Millwood and west of Troy. And we'll talk a little bit more about this thunderstorm activity. There's a good break tomorrow, but another chance on Sunday. More on that in just a few minutes, Michelle.
All right, thanks so much, Jim. Heartbreak and grief at St. Clair High School in Franklin County tonight. It's after a 15-year-old boy was killed in a single car crash. His 2 friends were also hurt. That deadly crash happened yesterday on Route TT near H Road, just east of St. Clair. That is about 50 miles southwest of St. Louis. New tonight, our Robert Townsend has more on this sudden loss that is certainly hitting hard.
This is the 2-lane road here in St. Clair, Missouri, where in a flash, 3 best friends' lives suddenly changed.
There ain't nothing quite as strong as our bond. We are all a family.
But now the St. Clair High School family is hurting. Students, parents, faculty, and staff are mourning 15-year-old freshman Sean Standstill.
Sean, he always knew how to make people laugh, always knew how to make people smile, and he just was the type of guy you wanted to be around.
Sean was a popular and talented member of his school's wrestling and football teams.
He'd hit kids twice his size, and he was awesome.
Family members say Thursday afternoon, Standstill and his 2 buddies, 15-year-old Landon Schmidt and 16-year-old Sam Campbell, were riding down Route TT and heading to the river. But investigators with Missouri Highway State Patrol say within moments, Campbell's Dodge Dakota left the roadway, went down an embankment, overturned, and hit a utility pole. Stanfield died instantly. We're told Campbell suffered a broken neck, a collapsed lung, and a severe head injury. Schmidt now has a broken arm and cuts as a result of the crash.
It's that thing you don't know will happen, but it does. It hurts.
Isaac Nunez played on St. Clair's football team with Sean.
There's just no way to expect it coming. There's no way to prepare for it.
The 3 boys, heartbroken family members and friends, turned the crash site into a memorial. Sean's loved ones planted flowers, put up wooden crosses, and lit a candle here. The teens' teammates signed a football and laid it at the site in memory of number 46, gone too soon.
We've just been letting everyone know that we're all here for each other.
Robert Townsend, 5 Your Side.
St. Clair superintendent says today counselors were at the high school helping students cope, and that crash remains under investigation. Tonight, people who live in O'Fallon, Missouri are joining forces in demanding change following this year's gas explosion that destroyed a home and damaged several others. Brent Solomon just got back from a town hall forum where many of those affected by the explosion sounded off tonight, Brent.
That's right, Michelle. They say there's strength in numbers, and if the community can come together, they believe they can get change on the state level. And we're waiting on that story to come in. You'll remember that house explosion in O'Fallon, Missouri. There are images that are pouring in from when that happened. That's why a town hall forum happened tonight, and we have that story now, so let's go ahead and take a look.
These images from March we won't soon forget. a third-party contractor was digging in this O'Fallon, Missouri subdivision, striking a Spire gas line, causing that major explosion. Michelle Van Meter was at work when her husband called.
His words to me were, "A bomb has gone off and there's 3 houses on fire."
They had to stay in a hotel for a month. As their home is now under repair, they're staying in temporary shelter. Not making matters easier is this letter they got from the city, written the day after the explosion. Your home is ordered to be made safe and sanitary by repairs within 30 days of the date of this letter.
And if you're from the city of O'Fallon, you should be outraged.
Ken Stout lives down the road. At first, he says he was told his home was safe. Something told him to hire his own independent engineer. Here's what that engineer found.
Your house structure is not sound. He said, "I can't fix those cracks. Those are too big."
His neighbors gathered Friday night. They're organizing to reach out to lawmakers.
We got to say, you are in that seat. You have a responsibility to the people in this community who are unable to protect themselves right now. That's your job.
They want laws that toughen requirements for workers who dig, automatic assessments for structural damage independent of the city inspector or insurance companies, and instant compensation for property damage or injuries when something like this happens.
I think if we set the standard here, all of the counties around us, hopefully all the states around us, will actually follow our lead and protect all of us.
That's all they want.
Some neighbor somewhere is going to be the next news story.
Now, some of those impacted say it feels like they have PTSD, are in a constant state of fear of a disaster happening. Right now, there's a moratorium on digging in that area. The Missouri Public Service Commission and OSHA have said they're investigating this matter. Michelle.
Wow, all right. Thanks so much, Brent. Well, Fan Expo kicked off today at America Center, and before the weekend is over, thousands of fans will celebrate all things pop culture. You can grab an autograph, pick up collectibles, and even purchase one-of-a-kind artwork. A local startup is catering to comic book fans. So what's different? Well, no dollar bills are required.
You just try things and see if it works.
When it comes to art, Thompson Knox dabbles in comics.
Sometimes it's nice to just play.
Like many artists, Knox also has a day job.
I'm also the chief strategy officer at Steady Rain, which is a digital agency here in St. Louis. And ultimately what I saw is this opportunity to bring the two things I love the most together.
It's a startup called Creators Edition, a digital collectible company that sells NFTs to support comic book artists.
In the middle of the pandemic, artists couldn't go to shows anymore, interact with fans, and they couldn't fundraise for themselves. And so what we came up with as an idea was to be able to sell these NFTs.
An NFT is a digital collectible that's purchased with cryptocurrency. So that means no actual dollars required.
If you're a fan, there's really no collectible like this. You can actually track back provenance and authenticity of the pieces that you buy that are digital, all through that technology.
The company's first art drop features comic book artist Zach Howard.
Anytime as the world kind of moves on, technology advances, society with it, it is so important for artists not to be left behind. So, because it's very easy for artists to find themselves in a position where they can't make a living.
It helps pay the bills and connects Howard with his fans.
People can have personal interactions with me, own something of mine that nobody else has. You know, all the fun things that go with collectorism, comic books, tech.
For Knox, it's giving back to the community he loves.
This is the one that we'll be launching at Fan Expo.
And giving comic book fans a way to purchase art using the latest global currency.
It's new, it's exciting. To our knowledge, we're the only folks at the show that are going to be doing this.
Well, it's pretty cool there. If you're like me, cryptocurrency is something new, but the folks at Creators Edition can answer all of your questions. Their booth is in Artist Alley at the Fan Expo.
And the weather's been so active this evening. Still a flash flood warning for west central Lincoln County around Truxton, and then also northern and north central Warren County until just after midnight. 2 to 4 inches of rain has fallen there. It looks like that rain's finally pushing toward the metro. We'll talk about the rest of our forecast for the rest of the night coming up.
This weekend is the Annie Malone May Day Parade. 5 on Your Side is the exclusive media partner of the parade. It starts at 1 p.m. on Market Street in downtown St. Louis. And if you can't go in person, don't worry. We're going to stream it live for free. Just download the KSDK app on your Roku or your Fire TV. Annie Malone also needs your support. You can donate now at ksdk.com/Annie Malone or text the word parade 314-425-5355. And hopefully we'll have some nice weather for tomorrow, Jim.
Yeah, tomorrow looks good, but for Sunday, you know, we had some thunderstorm activity tonight with some hail, pretty large hail too. Sunday, there's another risk of some strong gusty wind within thunderstorms or even some hail, so we'll be watching that. I'll actually be in the parade, so we'll watch the radar while we're doing that also. Rain and thunder tonight. It's starting to finally move into the metro, but not as severe as it was in our western counties. So Saturday morning, a chance of rain, but then we're going to be clearing up. So Saturday is the pick day of the weekend. Look at all the thunderstorm activity, a lot of lightning I left on here, rain, and really just regular thunderstorms, but some very heavy rain and some frequent lightning now moving into places like Franklin County. We'll zoom in even western parts of St. Charles County and even Wentzville, hearing that thunder now, and also Warrenton, all the way down to Washington and up toward Troy and O'Fallon, getting a little bit of rain right now. But just wanted to zoom in here. Here's Truxton. That flash flood warning continues until about 12:15, where they've had about 2 to 4 inches of rainfall. And we've had reports of some hail within those storms earlier, all the way down to Crawford County and Phelps County, just south of Rolla. So still watching this batch of shower and thunderstorm activity. Most of it will be just regular rain with lightning and thunder throughout the rest of the night, scattered thunderstorms and showers. And then by morning, it really should be out of here. And then we have a really nice and mainly dry Saturday. And still watching this stationary front. Looks like it's becoming more stationary. And then it kind of pushes through here a little bit tomorrow. Another front comes our way for Sunday. And this is the problem. We have a chance of scattered severe storms. Main threat will be strong gusty wind and some hail like we had in some areas today. All right, 88 for that high today. Very warm again. 91, though, the record high. 71 for the overnight low, and no rainfall yet at Lambert, but that's going to change soon. 79 right now, and of course overnight lows tonight in the mid-60s, and that 10-day forecast looks like this. 84 tomorrow and Sunday, then 80 Monday. Our really dry day will be probably most of tomorrow and on Monday, and then a chance of storms again Tuesday and Wednesday, and then kind of dry but getting hot again next Friday. And then more chances for storms after that. So it's off and on stormy.
All right. Well, thanks so much, Jim. Okay, that's it for 5 on Your Side at 10. Time now for 5 on Your Sideline with Hannah.